best part of covering athletics at MC for the Raptor Report is getting to know the student athletes. They're hardworking, dedicated, and they all play for the love of the game. And they have wonderful stories to tell both on and off the field. Brandon McKoy is a perfect example. He's an outstanding soccer player, a team captain, and one of the best leaders this college has ever turned out. Brandon McKoy was a co-captain of the record-setting MC men's soccer team this year and the backbone of a Raptors defense that allowed just 15 goals and turned in 13 shutouts in 23 games. But he meant much more to his team than just that. He's the consummate teammate, like another coach on the field, and he's perhaps the most outstanding leader the men's soccer program has ever known. And Brandon is a soccer lifer. He lives and breathes the sport, and it's rumored he was born with a soccer ball in his crib.
My parents took me around when I was like 2. I used to have my little ball. I used to kick it around all the time and stuff, so really young. And every day I played soccer, literally almost every day. It doesn't matter what kind of weather it was.
Brandon played soccer through middle school and high school, splitting his high school career between New York and Maryland. As a senior, he was co-captain of his Parkdale, Maryland high school team. And when it came time to pick a college, he almost didn't pick MC.
A lot of people don't know I was supposed to go to Southern Maryland, actually, too. And that didn't work out because it was so far and I had to live over there, so that didn't work out. So I had to choose between PG and Montgomery, and I chose Montgomery, of course. I know that they have a great soccer program at the time and stuff like that, and academics too, so I definitely chose Montgomery. I feel like I could be better off here.
Brandon came to MC in 2012, and it was also the first season for head coach Pedro Braz. But Brandon arrived late. Preseason training was well underway when he showed up.
So me and my dad talked to him and asked him for a try. Coach was like, it's a little too late, but my dad was like, trust me, if you give my son a try, he will love him. He'll definitely make this team. And he said, you got 2 days. So I had 2 days to prove myself, and I just went out there and just treated it like a real game, worked real hard, and I noticed that 3 days, I was still there, 4 days, 5 days, and I was still there, so I was like, oh, I must be doing something right.
Head coach Pedro Braz knew almost immediately that he had something special in Brandon.
Right in the first day of tryouts, he's already yelling at people, and he's very vocal, and he's already telling people, and we're saying, where's this kid coming from? We have a week and a half into preseason, and people already know each other except him, and he's already directing people, telling people to move. So we like that from the beginning.
Brandon was named a co-captain his freshman year, which is highly unusual, but his selection was a testimony to his standing on the team. Brandon McKoy is a natural-born leader.
I got it from my dad. My dad has always been like that. So my dad told me it's natural for me. He used to be the same way, and I've seen it. So I would say it's natural. I'm very passionate about it. I like to see everyone do good on my team, from the bench to the people that's playing. So I like to lead them. I lead everyone. I try to, and I like the fact that people show me respect. So it motivates me more to lead.
And that first year for Brandon and Coach Braz was one of the best in the history of MC men's soccer.
It was a very great year. We started off a little shaky, and then we just started winning games. We started to keep winning. I think we went on a 14-game winning streak all the way to a national championship. Yeah, a lot of people didn't believe in us at first, which would kept us going. No one expected us to win conference that year. We won conference. We proved them wrong. They're like, okay, you're not going to win regionals for sure. We won regionals. They're like, okay, they're going to get knocked out in the first game. And then we went to the national championship game, and they're like, okay, Montgomery, who's the school? Everyone's trying to figure out who we were. And honestly, we should have won that game.
And to cap off his first season, Brandon was also named to the All-National Tournament team. Unfortunately, Brandon had to redshirt in 2013, but did he sulk? Did he disassociate from the team? Hardly.
Even though he got redshirted his last year, but he was at practice. He was traveling with us. He was getting people together. He was still involved. That's just how much he cared about the whole organization. So he cared about the Montgomery College. He cared about the teammates. He cared about the school. So he cared a lot, and it shows. And it shows on the field. It shows how hard he works, how much time he puts in, and that's why he's as good as he is.
But it was tough for a competitor like Brandon.
Oh, very tough. It was very tough to see everyone play, and at times I felt like I could help out on the field, especially during nationals when I was against Suffolk. When they lost, I felt like I could be in that game helping them out. I stood by the team. I didn't leave. Wherever they went, the games, I still talked to them, still practiced, still worked hard like I was going to play. I just wanted to motivate the new guys and stuff. Like, that's how much I care about this program. So I just wanted to see, just because I'm not on the team didn't mean I wanted to see this program successful and win a national championship, especially with my teammates that I played with last year. I really wanted them to do it.
After a year on the sidelines, he came back with a vengeance.
It was a great moment. I felt like, especially the first game, I was just like, wow, I'm actually back, and it felt good, and everyone was happy for me to be back. I was very motivated from the summer. Like, every day I would work out, doing fitness. I came in very ready, like ready to play.
But this was a brand new team with just 5 returners from 2013, and it needed Brandon's leadership.
Brandon had a season that I kind of predicted, and so did the rest of the coaching staff, predicted a leadership season. He was definitely the best defender, not only in our team, but in the conference, in the region, and definitely, if not the best, one of the best in the country. Every team we played against always talked about the number 23. How good is he? And how organized he is in the back, how vocal he is in the back. But this is the student athlete that we knew coming into the season was going to be one of our leaders.
But still, it took some time for the team to gel.
The Tom Biggie tournament, we tied San Antonio, and then we lost 2-1 in overtime to Richland, which is a great team. They ended up in the national championship game. So that off the back let us know that we were a good team. We could do it. We just got to come together and get the chemistry, and we just kept winning after that.
Playing one of the toughest schedules in the country, they racked up 15 straight wins on the way to their 3rd straight Maryland JUCO, Region 20, and district titles, and they also headed back to nationals for their 3rd straight year, the first time in school history it had ever been done. And Brandon's impact was huge.
Without him, to be quite honest with you, I don't see us going that far, and then I don't see us letting. I think we let maybe 12 goals or 13 goals throughout the whole year. I don't see us doing that without Brandon in the back. So not only he has an impact on the field, but off the field. I see everyone always asking him questions. I always see people ask him, so then Brandon can ask me questions. So they always looked up to Brandon. They always relied on Brandon, not only just his ability and his skills on the field, but also off the field, because he's a vocal guy. So he had a huge impact. He was basically the 3rd, 4th coach sometimes.
In the first round of nationals, they played Cayuga in absolutely abysmal conditions, and they lost 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, I played in snow, but not like that, and it was on grass, so it was like not bad. But this was on turf, 3 inches of snow. It was the worst. We were just slipping everywhere. So it was very bad. I never played in a situation like that before. Most of us can feel our feet, so kicking the ball is hard. I actually think the game should have been canceled, but it wasn't, so.
Brandon and the team were devastated, and then they had to come back the next day and play a very tough Bunker Hill squad. It was gut check time.
Oh, I was very depressed. I wasn't talking to anyone, and then I could say when I was coming off the bus, Coach Pedro was like, leave it on the line, it's your last game. And just hearing him say that, I wanted to really do it for him. Really do it for him. He kind of motivated me by saying that, because I have so much love and respect for him.
And the team played well and won on another snowy day. And in his last game as a Raptor, Brandon got quite the surprise near the end of the match. Teammate Osani Reed was fouled in the box, setting up an MC penalty kick. Now normally, fellow co-captain Fabrice Mabah takes the PKs, but head coach Pedro Braz had other ideas this time.
So I made a decision to wear Brent, and he's always a defenseman, so it's hard for him to score. So I wanted to get him a goal before he left.
It was actually funny because I was joking around with him. I was like, hey, coach, let me take it, because I normally don't take PKs. And he's like, I forgot who he said was supposed to take it. And then he's like, no, I want Brandon to take it. And I was like, what? And then I went down there and I was like, you know what, I have to score this. It was my last game and I had to score it. And I scored it. I was just happy about it. It was a great way. It was a great way to go out.
And he stepped up like a leader, like he is, and scored and finished. And he goes and celebrates and still active, still into the game. And at that time, it was 3-1 with 3 minutes left. So that just shows Brandon's character, shows how he is. And I was happy we actually got that chance to finalize his career with a goal.
Now, most guys after their last game would go crazy, relax, begin to move on. But we're talking Brandon McKoy here, folks.
So after the Bunker Hill game, I talked to the freshmen and stuff, and I let them know that, hey, this is your time now. Like, I did my time here. It wasn't successful, but you guys could do it. You guys are great players. Let them know that they could do it. They got to do it for us.
The question is, will there ever be another leader for MC men's soccer like Brandon McKoy?
Brandon was definitely different, and it was a good difference. It was a difference where you will remember from years on out, and players that played with him will say, man, I wish I had Brandon. He's that type of impact on the team. And definitely as a coach, you say, man, I wish I had Brandon still on my team. So Brandon's one of those guys that he came and now he's gone as a sophomore, but he will never be forgotten. So he's a guy that always be remembered, not only on the field but off the field. And he was a huge impact to this program for the past 3 years. And I don't think this program will ever see another player like Brandon. Or if we do, it's going to be a while from now. So he was definitely a rare student athlete that it'll be tough to find.